The crystalline halls of the Galactic Consul chamber hummed with ancient energy as Andrew Chin stood before the Council of Seven, his human frame dwarfed by the towering alien dignitaries. Beside him, Stephanie Rodriguez adjusted her translator implant, her eyes scanning the assembled representatives with practiced caution. "You cannot be serious," chittered Ambassador Saloth, their mantis-like head tilting at an impossible angle. "Humans? On the Inner Council? They've barely achieved faster-than-light travel." Andrew exchanged a glance with Stephanie. They'd expected resistance. What they hadn't expected was what they'd discovered in the weeks leading up to this moment. 5 secrets that would shake the foundation of galactic civilization. "With respect, Ambassador," Stephanie began, her voice steady despite the weight of 1,000 worlds watching through quantum feeds. "We've uncovered information that suggests humanity's inclusion isn't just warranted, it's overdue." The Consul's Grand Arbiter, a being of pure energy contained within a crystalline matrix, pulsed with what the translation software interpreted as curiosity. "Explain, human." Andrew stepped forward, activating the holographic display embedded in his wrist device. Secret number 1. The Galactic Consul wasn't founded by the progenitors, as your histories claim. It was founded by humans. The chamber erupted in discord. Salotha's mandibles clacked furiously while the gelatinous rock delegation rippled with indignation. Only the Grand Arbiter remained silent, their light dimming to an unreadable amber. "Impossible," roared Commodore Thax, the reptilian military commander. "Humans have only known of our existence for 2 cycles." Stephanie enlarged the hologram, revealing ancient star charts and DNA markers. 3 million years ago, humanity achieved interstellar civilization. We founded the Consul, established the trade routes, and created the Universal Concordat. Then something happened, something that scattered us, devolved us, sent us back to our homeworld with our memories erased. "And you have proof of this fantasy?" Salotha's tone dripped with skepticism. "Secret number 2. Andrew continued, pulling up genetic data. "Every species in this chamber shares 0.3% of their DNA with baseline humanity. The Consul's own archives, which we accessed legally through archaeological exemption protocols, show that all spacefaring races were uplifted by the original human civilization. You're all, technically, our descendants." The silence that followed was deafening. Even the translator implants seemed to struggle with the emotional feedback flooding the chamber. The Grand Arbiter pulsed brighter. "Continue." Stephanie took over, her fingers dancing across the holographic interface. Secret number 3. The Great Barrier. The energy field that prevents any species from exploring beyond the Orion Spur wasn't created by the mysterious ancients. It was created by the Consul itself, specifically to keep humanity contained on Earth. "That's a serious accusation," growled Thax, but his reptilian eyes betrayed uncertainty. Andrew pulled up security footage, time-stamped and verified. 2 weeks ago, we intercepted a classified communication between the Consul's Department of Containment and the Saloth Science Ministry. The barrier's maintenance systems are housed on Station Kepler 442, and the authorization codes are refreshed every solar cycle by a committee that includes everyone in this room except us. Salotha's exoskeleton flushed a deep purple, their species equivalent of going pale. "How did you?" Secret number 4. Stephanie interrupted, her voice hardening. "The reason for the containment. The Consul didn't fear human aggression or expansion. You feared human innovation. Every major technological breakthrough in the last million years, quantum entanglement communication, the Heisenberg drive, even the bioneural networks that allow cross-species cooperation, all of them were reverse-engineered from the ruins of human colonies. The mysterious artifacts you've been finding? They're ours. We built this civilization. You've been standing on our shoulders while keeping us locked in a cage." The chamber descended into chaos. Delegates shouted in a dozen languages, their translator implants creating a cacophony of overlapping accusations and denials. Security drones materialized from hidden alcoves, their weapons charging with an ominous whine. "Silence." The Grand Arbiter's voice boomed through every speaker, every implant, every neural interface in the chamber. The entity expanded, filling the domed ceiling with prismatic light. "Is there a 5th secret, humans?" Andrew and Stephanie stood shoulder to shoulder, 2 humans against the galaxy. This was the moment they'd prepared for, the revelation that would either usher in a new age or end humanity's brief return to the stars. Secret number 5, Andrew said quietly, but his voice carried to every corner of the vast chamber. We remember. He tapped his temple. 6 months ago, a human archaeological team on Mars discovered a vault. Inside were memory crystals, millions of them, containing the consciousness backups of our ancestors. The Consul scientists said it would take centuries to decode them. They were wrong. We decoded them in 6 weeks. Stephanie smiled, and there was something ancient and knowing in that expression. We know what happened 3 million years ago. We know about the choice, when humanity decided to sacrifice its civilization to stop the Devourer, the extra-dimensional entity that was consuming the galaxy from the inside out. We sealed it away, but the cost was everything we'd built. We made you, all of you, and encoded in your DNA was a failsafe, a timer that would trigger when humanity naturally rediscovered space travel. We're not here to reclaim our empire, Andrew continued. We're here to warn you. The Devourer's prison is failing. The quantum instabilities in the Carina sector, the disappearing star systems in the Sagittarius arm, they're not natural phenomena. It's waking up. And there's only one species in the galaxy with the ancestral knowledge to stop it. The Grand Arbiter dimmed, then brightened, cycling through a spectrum of colors. Finally, they settled on a deep, respectful blue. How long do we have? 3 years, Stephanie said. Maybe less. Then I suppose, the Grand Arbiter said, their form coalescing into something almost humanoid. We should stop wasting time and welcome humanity back to the Inner Council. After all, we're going to need all the help we can get, especially from our makers. As the chamber erupted in a different kind of chaos, this time one of frantic preparation, Andrew and Stephanie allowed themselves a moment of satisfaction. Humanity had been patient. Humanity had been careful. And now, finally, humanity was back where they belonged, standing between the galaxy and the dark.